Pussies. My pussy. My pussy's on fire. My pussy. I have a giant pussy. Pussies. My pussy. My pussy's on fire. Okay. My pussy. Hey there. So last time I had a little bit of a problem when it came to my stream in that it echoed even after I thought I fixed the problem by unplugging and replugging the microphone. It turns out that that didn't fix the problem. And when I heard the stream the other day, well, guess what? It was still a bunch of echo. Still a bunch of echo. So I thought I fixed the problem by turning it to mono. So I changed all the settings to mono, and hopefully that might work. I love the Isla del Sol sitting on the desk. Yeah, Vanessa killed it. She killed it. Vanessa on Instagram. She did that for me, and she really ended up killing it with all the little details. The snowball mic, which funny enough, I'm using this one now. What else was the other thing? You have the saw, you have Daniel, which is just the most fucking atrocious part. Let's see what the other issue here, by the way. I don't know why I did a stream today, because right now I was doing some research for a little bit of a video that's coming up on Patreon, not here. I was doing a little bit of research. I was chilling, have a little bit of gay music playing, right? That's the aesthetic that I was going for. And a cockroach seemed to have walked from the closet to nearing this little bit of a section here. So this is what I'm dealing with. And the worst part is that usually I have this on, I have this readily available, right? So I have this readily available in terms of just yeeting any cockroach or any bug that comes my way. There aren't any. I'm a very clean individual, clean to the point where I'm almost homosexual. But I gotta say, as far as this one snuck on by. So this cockroach snuck on by, and I didn't have time to find this and shoot it and kill it. So I went, I got this, I had to look for it for like a minute, and then I came out, and it's nowhere. So this cockroach is absolutely nowhere. So that's the thing that I'm gonna have to deal with this entire stream, and hope that it doesn't just manage to sneak up on me. However, this time I'm prepared. I'm prepared with home defense. So I'm gonna get cancer, but I'm not gonna get a fucking roach touching me. So that's a good trade-off. I've made a little bit of a defensive circle around me. So this is a thing that wards them as well as kills them. So hopefully that little bit of a defensive perimeter that I've laid around me, I hope that it does enough so that it doesn't fucking touch me with its gross legs. We're gonna find out. We'll find that out in a little bit here. Gonna need Danny's 12 gauge to deal with the roach, bro. These fuckers are resilient. Yeah, I know. That's the worst part about the roaches here. And luckily, although I gotta say the Gables is a little bit that way, which is a very prominent area, I would say, in Miami. The only thing that's not prominent over there are they have something called palmetto bugs. Palmetto bugs are in large cockroaches, almost like you're playing Fallout 4. And here's the worst part. I have been playing Fallout 4 because this new computer could actually run it. And even though it's a 5-year-old game, I haven't had the ability to run it. So I finally have the capacity. I've been playing Fallout. And one thing that there is in Fallout, I don't know if you're familiar with that type of virginity, is roaches. Enlarged, engorged, disgusting rad roaches, which is what I feel is near me. Every time I happen to fucking see one, I don't picture it as a small little cute roach. I picture it as a giant, atrocious atrocity that needs to be destroyed with some sort of nuclear weapon. But alas, I don't have nuclear weapons. So I have the next best thing, which is Ortho Home Defense Insect Killer. So we'll see if that has a little bit of help. Just show the roach a card trick. That'll drive it out of your home. Yeah. You're right. You're definitely right. I should definitely show it a little bit of a trick and see if that does its due diligence to make it go far away. That particular cigar, by the way, I'm a fan of. There are cheap knockoff versions of it from a company called Odyssey. So Odyssey makes a sort of coffee flavored cigar. You could get like a bundle of 20 for like 24 bucks, I think, or maybe 30 bucks. And it's a little bit of a knockoff, but it's definitely cheaper than those. The other ones that I get that are coffee flavored are the tabacs. So Drew Estates tabacs, those are tremendous little things that go well with coffee because they literally are coffee. Now, do I recommend going to a cigar room and lighting them up? No, because you're going to get dirty looks. You're going to get dirty looks from everywhere. As a matter of fact, the other day I went to a cigar bar that just finally opened up after COVID, and I noticed that he was selling those. And I go, listen, man, I'm a little bit of a cigar fag, right? When it comes to the flavored cigars. I like cigars that are flavored, all right? I know that's taboo among the community, but let me ask you something. I see that you're selling tabacs here. You're selling the Tabac Especial, which is a flavored cigar. Do people get that and smoke it inside the lounge? And he goes, dude, you'd be surprised as to the amount of people that do it. And then I asked him, I want you to be honest with me. I'm going to purchase something from you. All right, regardless. So I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to think anything other of your opinion. But what do you think of people that smoke those at the lounge? And he called us gays, essentially. So he called us gays. I forgot the exact verbiage he used. I was kind of trashed. But he did allude to the fact that the people that smoke those cigars in the lounge are aligned with the gays. And again, that's not my words. Those are the words of the gentleman from the cigar bar. Let's see, rad roaches, bro, nasty. Yeah. I've been dealing with that. As a matter of fact, this is how much of a pussy I am, that I'm playing Fallout 4, which I should be doing on stream, actually, now that I've realized it. I have the capacity. I could play Fallout 4 on the stream, and it's pretty, it's not going to have any issues. It shouldn't have fucking issues with this computer that I paid. Well, I'm going to pay quite a substantial amount of money for it, but it's worth it because, well, this is the editing machine. I got a mod that removes insects. So I got a mod that removes insects. So the only thing that's left are rad roaches, essentially. All the other stuff are gone. They're replaced with stronger enemies. So it's not like it's bitch made. It replaces it with harder robots and other shit. But like an asshole, I took out all the insects from the game because I'm a bitch. I don't want to be running around and out of nowhere I get molested by a scorpion. That's not my prerogative. So that's think about that what you would. Oh, that's funny. Brian says, are you going to post the picture with the new computer and how much you paid? No. What I'm waiting for is the motorcycle. I'm waiting for the actual motorcycle. Once I get that back, I'm going to take a picture with it legitimately. I'm going to post a video maybe with the guy that fixed my bike and go, hey, man, I'm going to tell him the joke, obviously, that I'm making fun of a gay retard magician in Jabrizi, I guess. I don't know how else to describe Jabrizi other than a gay retard. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a picture in front of it. Mind you, the bike was probably $2,300 and the repairs are probably going to be about $2,300. Wow, I'm so excited. $2,300 including the $700 I spent on a brand new motor for it. So let's not give Pigcake too much stress, all right, by remembering that. But I want to add that in when I take a picture of it. And I'm like, hey, here's the bike. Yo, I saved up probably like 2 months, and I got this bike. I rushed to get the bike because I'm impatient and I'm an idiot. And I could have probably gotten a better bike for a little bit more money with a lot less problems. But instead, I got this. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to post that. Look out for that on Instagram. Pigcake69. Let's see. There's an anime about a cute anime girl, roaches. No joke. There's a clip on YouTube. I'm not going to watch that. I could technically. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see if I could do this. Look at what I have set up here. Let me see if I could do this and go here. Look at what I have set up here. Look at that. Right? I have a little bit of a reaction set up here. How gay is that? I could do that if I want to. I could do that, but I choose not to at that particular anime, just because I'm offended at the fact that you have knowledge as to that existence of an anime with a some sort of cute cockroach. Daniel said, who said my name? No one, Daniel. No one said your name. Probably somebody said it while they were calling attendance for people in a short bus. That might be where you remember your name being heard when they went. Funny enough, I knew a kid named Dryzard. So I was about to say Dryzard, along with the name of other people that would be in a short bus. So there you go, Daniel. Let's see. Brian says no one named. No one mentioned. Stop being funnier. You're funnier than me. You can't do that on this particular stream. Those are the rules of it. How are the audios, by the way? How's the audio on this particular stream so far? If it's a good one, let me know. Put mention your favorite African American magician, age 23, that rhymes with Mebreezy in the chat. If the microphone so far sounds good. I guess I'm not wanted here. Good day. Wow. All it took was a short bus joke. If that's what it took, if that's all it takes, I'm going to be saying short bus jokes all the time. So if that's all it takes to get rid of you from my life. Let's see. There's no motorcycle. Pigcake broke his fragile little ankles jumping on a chair after a big ran by bug. Are you 5? What's that mean? I don't know what that means, oxymoron. I don't even know if that's English. I don't even know if that's English. Where can I purchase decks that don't cost too much shipping? I'm from the Philippines and the shipping costs too much, which is kind of weird considering your name is John Nicole Ariosa on YouTube there, but you're from the Philippines. That's kind of an interesting thing. I've been told that Filipinos have fairly traditional Western names, even though they look like Filipinos. So that's kind of an interesting fact that I've recently learned. However, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know how prevalent bin wangs are. I realize also there's a cut on my hand. I don't know if you could see that with the 720p. But I don't know how prevalent bin wangs are over there, or bin wang style playing cards. But I would definitely look for those. Learn how to use those well, like I have. And I'm sure you could make use of a shitty deck and save some of that yen. That's racist. I know that's not what you use over there, but you could save some of that dough by learning how to do tricks with essentially shitty playing cards like I have. It's funny because I have the decks that Pandrea sent me over there, the Nox. I have the other new ones. I have the other ones that I think Cardamundi had. And on top of that, I don't use those. I just use the bin wangs. I use the bin wang playing cards just to prove a point that bin wangs are trash cards. They're crap. They can't spread for anything, but I still use them effectively because I hate myself. But I'm proving that you could do tricks with shit cards. So that's my life's mission. These nuts. Muhammad Ali did magic. That's true. Yeah, he did. That's the only, I guess, cool person in the history of existence that's done magic tricks. Let me see how far back I could stand. I'm hoping I don't tug on anything. That would be phenomenal if I tug on something here and that ruins the actual stream. But yeah, that's the only cool magician that's ever existed is Muhammad Ali. I gotta say, I know he did some stuff, I think with Johnny Carson, maybe from my understanding. They did a little bit of a back and forth on that. But it's kind of funny seeing this alpha male, crazy ass, greatest boxer of all time, essentially. Subjectively, because some people might say otherwise, doing card tricks. That's such a weird thing, but he did it. And you know what? I don't think he was that bad. I remember seeing a video from back in the day. Let's see, Piggy was your own original design deck. I've been waiting for years, waiting since you had about 30k subs. Yeah, that's kind of a long time to wait for any deck of cards. You should definitely never wait even more than, I don't know, 5 minutes for a deck of cards. So if you've been waiting since then, what, it's been 3 years then? Wow, 3 years. Working up to fucking 100k that I'm gonna get in possibly 5 years. So can't wait to get that particular threshold. But when it comes to that, I mean, we're making progress. The cards are being moved to a template, as I mentioned in one of these previous streams. The cards are being moved to a template, and then that's going to be sent to Cardamundi, and they're going to do with that what they wish. So let's see here. I'm trying to create a coin magic. Give me an idea I should create. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a super fan of coin tricks. I'm not a super fan of coin magic per se. There's very few coin tricks that I enjoy thoroughly, and usually they're the ones that require more subtlety than sleight of hand, even though essentially coin magic is predicated almost entirely by sleight of hand. So anyone that uses subtlety, I'm more of a fan of. So Sankey has a lot of cool stuff. He has a coin to pocket, like a repeat coin to pocket. I guess one thing you could do is try to take existing card plots and see how you could apply that to coins. That's something that you could do. So I mean, there's other than that, there's very few you could like very few things you could do with coins. Essentially, where you could change one, you could predict, dates. You could predict types of coins. You could. What else can you do with coins? You can make them jump from hand to hand. You can make them disappear. There's very few things you could technically do with coins. So just try to think of existing card plots and see how that works for your coin stuff. Existing card plots and see how that works for your coin stuff. That's what I meant to say. Let me see. How does your stream have better production in ham radio? This isn't better production. This is worse production. But you, again, in the short bus, in your short bus. Okay, in your short bus logic, you assume that because I have an overlay, that means better production. Really, this is just covering up for the fact that this is a shitty camera, so I have to squeeze it down just to make sure that all the pixels look a little bit better, and that's a part. That's it. That's all the production that I get here. Everything else looks like shit. The audio also even sounds worse than ham radio because this is a USB mic where we're using top line recorder and mics at the ham radio studios. Let's see. What's this? Did I miss the semen and vaping of it? Oh, you're talking about the stream. You're talking about the stream. That's cool. That's cool. If you missed it, then you missed the first 5 minutes where I inhaled my own semen via vape. So sucks to be you, dude. Maybe you should join the streams earlier. See, how do you recommend building a channel? I don't know. I obviously don't know how to build a channel. Clearly, it's been what, 4 years? I mean, I've gotten some subscribers, I guess, but what does that really mean? That doesn't really mean much, does it? So one thing is, I guess, what I tell everybody when they ask me how should I go about doing a YouTube channel, which is make it different. I think make it different. Everybody's doing the same shit. So you have a bunch of people doing essentially the same shit. How do you stand out? What is it that you're going to do to stand out? That's the one thing that you got to ask yourself. And what is it that you're doing that you like doing, that you're willing to hate doing, and then keep doing it? So, for example, magic tricks, right? I obviously like doing magic tricks. I hate it, but even though I hate it, I still love doing it. So you got to find something that lets you do that, because they say once you turn your hobby or once you turn your whatever it is that you have a passion for into a job, then you're going to hate it, which is you can't avoid it. You can't avoid hating it. I don't necessarily hate it, but I hate it. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, let me see how I could describe that without using the same word. It's not necessarily a hatred. It's imagine you love doing something and then now you do it for a living, right? You do it for work, so it becomes work technically. So I guess that's the best way to put it. It's not terrible. It's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, but you learn to deal with that. And if you have something that you really, really like and you don't want to tarnish it by turning it into work, then don't do a YouTube channel. Don't do a YouTube channel. And also, you're going to get fucking like no views for 2 years. You're going to get no views and nothing essentially coming your way for 2 years. So you're going to have to push past that and then you might find success. If you don't find a little bit of success after 2 years, even a small amount of success, then I suggest moving on to something else or maybe reworking it or trying to work it in a different way. But you're going to essentially not find any sort of success or viewership or even anything that's worth it for approximately 2 years. So get ready for that and get ready to do a lot of work for it, for no views and for no one in particular. So you need to get past that little hump and then hopefully you're going to find that success. But it's a weird one. Daniel is, as I could see, flexing his power. Message deleted by Daniel. That's funny. Why did you delete that? Why did you delete that comment, Daniel? Are you just deleting satchels? Are you just deleting satchels? Oh my goodness. Satchel Sweetos timed out by Daniel Cabrera for 30 seconds. Oh boy, thank you, Daniel. I'm glad to have you here as a moderator. You are such a wonderful asset and a joy to have in my life. I appreciate you so much. I have to apologize on your behalf. I have to apologize on my behalf because Daniel's flexing his moderator power, of which he is on thin ice, sir. You're on thin ice, Daniel. How does this looks like fucking... Wow, okay. I just saw how this actual stream looks like. I'm gonna change it back to the original one, the next stream. I'm gonna take all this gay shit off. I'm not a fan of that. Just looking at it now. Let's see, it's been 6 years. Let me see this one. Your reaction to Eric Jones is super funny. By the way, could you recommend a website that's affordable for magic lessons for like $10 a month? Did you, Daniel, you deleted that comment where he was shilling my academy? Let's see. I came by to ask where I could get a great deal on playing cards shipped fast. Well, I would show UME, United Magicians Emporium, but he's being a cunt right now. He's being a cunty cunt. So I don't know if I should show that. AMS Magician says it's lo-fi aesthetic, right? You like it? You like the little bit of a lo-fi aesthetic, right? Paint from Windows 95. You got the person that everybody seems to hate over here. And then you have this over here, which actually says erase Mexicans. So this little thing is a meme. This whole thing is a meme right here, where this guy right here is alleging to erase the Mexicans, but you can't see that because this paint screen is over that. So maybe I should account for that and change it. Let me go here. Let me see this. Need making coffee tutorial too. Yeah, are you saying that after the beans tutorial? I might make a coffee tutorial after the beans on toast video that I made a couple weeks ago. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, so I talked about how to build a channel. The wedding trick is pretty fun to fool around using 2 coins. Yeah, it's actually really good. Anniversary watts. I have a method for that. I don't know if I put it anywhere on YouTube or anywhere else, but it's kind of a dope one because it's like a bluff. You use like a little bit of a hot bluff. So I like the I guess I like the method better than the effect there, but it was a clever one. I don't know if I put it on YouTube. Let's see this one. I try to get into coin magic. Everyone recommends Bobo. I read 4 pages of that book. Too many uses of the word phalanges. Yeah, that's also an expert card technique. The word phalanges seems to be very present in that book. Bobo, I think, is not so, depends on what you're looking for in coin magic. I mean, yeah, if you want to learn coin magic from 1938, study Bobos. But David Roth is good to look at. His old tapes from the 90s. Which is more recent than 1938, where Bobo was. But David Roth is good. My favorite one, actually, believe it or not, is John Schneider. Schneider has a set of tapes or DVDs with LNO Publishing. They're downloads now, but it's called the Schneider Technique. He's the guy that made the Matrix. So he's the guy that created a Matrix trick that all the Asians do really quickly now. He's the one that made it, and his original trick was a very slowed down variation of it, where the coin would jump underneath the card and he would show it, and he would do that 3 times, and then they would come back. Now it's like, oh, I'm just gonna wave my hand and all the coins are in one fucking section. So to each their own. But he has I think probably the best take on close-up coin magic that I've seen anybody else do. It's like a 4 DVD set, I think, called the Schneider Technique. You should check it out if you have the opportunity. Find it, and you're definitely going to be better off. So that's my virginity on coin work. Also, any thoughts on Leonard Green's mirror counts? The mirror count is a weird one, to be honest. I think there are better counts, especially because his count is like this thing. Right? He's like doing this, which is kind of iffy. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. I think that there are better ways to display. The ORAM subtlety is a less flashy way to do it. The mirror count can be used in a way where you don't look like you're... It's gay. All right, I'm just going to say it. It's a gay count because you're essentially doing like a little dance with the cards. Like you're doing like the little dance with the cards, and it doesn't really look natural. Whereas the ORAM subtlety looks exactly like what you're doing. You're showing the cards, you're putting it down. You're showing the cards, you're putting it down. Whereas the mirror count, you're doing like a little bit of what's the move from a year ago? You're doing a quan essentially with the cards. I feel like I just summoned any African-American person that happens to watch my videos. I just summoned them by saying Quan unironically, but it looks unnatural. It looks like a little unnatural count. So I would stick to the ORAM subtlety, unless that's your style. Unless your style is that sort of weird, here, let me show you this little thing, which if that's the case, then yeah, mirror count is a good one, but definitely ORAM is the one that I prefer. Oh, let's see. Can Daniel start a channel about card collecting? Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Daniel, why don't you do that video? Why don't you finish that fucking video that you've been working on for 3 months now that you have a killer laptop? Daniel almost bought an i9 32 gigabyte laptop, 32 gigabytes of RAM, i9, only to not edit a fucking video for 2 months. You've been sitting on a video for 2 months. All you need is all you need is literally and that was the video, guys. Thank you. My name's Daniel from United Magicians Emporium. Make sure to like the video and stick around for more card related content. Daniel out. That's it. That's all you needed. And he decided to not do that and stay on a video for a month. So there you go. Look at that. You'd have some viewers already if you just got on your shit. Let's see. Just recently discovered your work. Really enjoying it. Thank you for the things that you do. Thank you, Mega Hulk Hogan fan. I think I've said this before, but when I was younger, my grandfather is a little bit stupid. He was a Cuban individual, and he used to watch WCW. And he was a fan not only of Hulk Hogan, he was a fan of Paul Hogan, of Crocodile Dundee fame. I thought that was a cockroach. So my grandfather was a fan of Paul Hogan, who was Crocodile Dundee. And I remember my grandfather having, to him, it wasn't even a hypothesis. It was fact. It was objective. He's like, hey, did you know that Paul Hogan and Hulk Hogan are related? And back then, I forgot how old I was. I was still very young. And I go, no, that's not true. That's not, even back then, I knew that wasn't true. But he thought with 100% certainty that Paul Hogan and Hulk Hogan were related. And I had to explain to him that no, Hulk Hogan is his wrestling name. His real name's Terry Bollea. He's not Hulk Hogan. You know, he's had many names throughout the years, but Hulk Hogan is his stage name, Grandpa. And he goes, no, dude, you don't know. Listen, I'm older than you. I know. Hulk Hogan and Paul Hogan are related, you fucking inbred. All right, you waste of a sperm. And well, he's dead now, so who won that, huh? Who won that? I did. I won that. Let's see, you should stream on Twitch. I tried. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I think it's shit. I used to have a little bit of an app that would stream on this concurrently at the same time as Twitch, and it wouldn't take much effort to literally just have that app and then just stream on Twitch and let that be. But I'm not a fan of Twitch. I think Twitch is shit. I think that the videos end up shittier for some reason. I've changed like the bitrate. I've changed the settings in the back end. But on YouTube, they seem to be better quality after, even though I'm recording on a shitty camera into a shitty microphone. They're better quality than what Twitch does. And it's also a pain in the ass to navigate everything on Twitch. You have like a dashboard that's complicated. You have a bunch of settings, and I'm not a fan of Twitch. I might be sounding like a boomer there, but I'm not a fan of it. Even though I hate YouTube. I haven't, let me see if I got another one. I've been getting a lot of content, claims. They're not strikes, they're claims. So they are, they just monetize the video. So it's not like they strike my channel. They just monetize the video and take the money that would have been made on the video off 14 cents. So I've gotten a lot of those. And even those, even dealing with that, I rather stay on YouTube than even Twitch on stream or stream on Twitch concurrently. It wouldn't require any extra work. I still rather not do it because I don't like Twitch that much. Let's see what else is here. Oh boy. Saw Jackie beat you to the nipple tricks. Jackie. Is Jackie the that one with the pokies? The pokey, that dude, which he's not as bad as no, he's okay, he's not bad. I'm not gonna be an asshole. He's not bad. There are a couple that are fucking terrible that make me want to punch a screen. Sean something. I want to bash my head through a wall every time because he does the, hey guys, look at this dollar. Now it's a coin, right? No, none of that was entertaining at all. None of that. Not even a modicum of that was entertaining. And I just want to grab this and I want a Roman Reigns Roman Reigns Goldberg spear you through the fucking phone. The other one is Paul Vu. Every time I see a Paul Vu video pop up on fucking, what is it, on TikTok or Instagram, I just want to find him and just go, you're fucking retarded. You're the worst person. Because he's just copying shit without... I've already ranted on that before, but... I just... fucking terrible. Don't get notifications from this channel anymore due to it containing content aimed at children. Yeah. How funny is that? This channel would be deemed as a channel that creates content for children. Even though I have it, that it says no, this channel definitely does not create content for children. But it still does it. It still does it on, I guess, Australian YouTube. So I apologize for that. What I should do is that I should have a little bit of an automatic thing on maybe Twitter and then Discord and then everywhere else when I stream. But again, my marketing is negative. When it comes to my marketing ability, I have negative marketing ability. So that's another thing you might want to do with Magic. Sorry. Who's worse, Sean or Anna de Guzman? Why I would do things to Anna de Guzman. I would not do things to Sean. So that says my answer for that. But Sean does... Yeah, that's the other one. He's been on Magic Cop a lot. If you're not familiar with my little bit of a Magic Cop series, as a matter of fact, you guys could be deputies. You guys could be deputies if you want. So if you see something that requires a Magic Cop like this guy to put it on his story and call him out and say that this is cancerous, tag me. All right, tag me on it or send it to me via DMs on Instagram. My Instagram is Pigcake69. If you look at my highlights, you could see the ones that I've already done, and they're quite bountiful. You click on that and you see a bunch of misdemeanors. You see a bunch of felony charges of people doing terrible stuff on Instagram, and it's mostly that Julius Dean cancer style. That's the thing that I post. So some people have actually sent me like people doing tricks for the camera. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, what is cancerous content, is that Julius Dean style where you're like this, right? There's somebody behind you, there's somebody here. You do a trick for the camera and then they react. Or this guy's turned around and then you look at the camera and you go, shush, watch. And then you do something for them and then they react crazily. That's the sort of cancerous content that I want you guys to either send me so I could call it out and be like, hey, stop doing this shit. This shit's gay. No, ya no mas. Okay? That or DM. So whichever one. You guys could be deputies too. So even though your boy here is the sheriff, right? I'm the sheriff of the county. You guys could be the deputies. So that's what I guess. I don't know why I got into a tirade on that. Janky has some sort of glass table servant. If that's the pokey guy, he's not horrendous because he's doing tricks one-on-one. Yeah, he's a little bit obnoxious when it comes to his little like, oh, you know, but he's not being super obnoxious. Like he's not fucking doing it for people and making it, you know, that Julius Dean cancer style. So he's not liable for any sort of crimes. He hasn't committed any crimes. Whereas that Sean does one. Yeah. That guy's a multi-time offender, so he's probably going to be in for a court date soon enough. But that's just fucking terrible. My favorite person on Instagram is Richard Sanders. My favorite person on the planet is probably Richard Sanders. And the fact that guy, I have his fucking tapes. I have literally a videotape that he made with Cameron Academy of Magic from like 96 with lecture notes there in my trunk. And I have also his Sanders project, the Richard Sanders show. I have that one. I have a lot of his shit. He's a fucking wonderful guy. And the fact that he will send me a message on Instagram and be like, hey man, good shit. Like Richard Sanders sent me a message. I'm nutting right now. But you see, he's doing it right because you see his personality shine through. There's no production value. It's not this cringy gay shit. It's him just doing fantastic magic and showing up all the other people that are a fraction of his age. So Richard Sanders is one of my favorite people on the planet. Let's see this one. Okay, let's go through these. I'm sorry I skipped it with my little bit of a rant there. My rant there, hiring all of you guys as content deputies. That was my rant. Let's see. Anna de Guzman isn't as bad. She's more of a cardist than a magician. That's debatable. Okay, knowing 3 moves with cards. Does that make you a cardist? When do you officially become a magician? How many tricks do you have to know in order to become a magician? That's what I want to know. When is it that you could officially say, hey, I'm a magician? When you get $1, like when you get a cent for doing a trick, is that when you could say I'm a magician? That's when you could say you're a professional, right? So what is it for cardistry? Like to be a cardist? 3 moves? Is that I mean, she's made a living with it, so good on her. But she also has a thing that I want to put my thing into. So that'd be great if this goes to her. Let me go here. Would you let Sean do something to you? It's not gay unless your joke. I don't think that translates in text. I couldn't understand a word you were saying there, and I feel like that might be a better joke in verbalization rather than reading it. So I don't know what you meant there. Let's see. Do one on Anna then? Yeah, do one as soon as I see it. I mean, I'm following her, but I don't see like I just skip her shit, So if I see one on her that's worthy of a felony charge, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. Let's go through here. Richard Sanders is the bomb. Yes. Pigcake. Does David Williamson ever send you DMs? No, he does not. He does not send me DMs. I feel like he doesn't like the tutorial stuff on YouTube. I don't think he's a big fan. If he knew, I fucking love David Williamson. His style, his approach to magic, his thought process, everything. I'm a huge fan of it. I had like a little bit of like a bitch interaction with him in a Magi Fest, right? Because I've been looking up to him, literally looking up to him my entire life through his tapes and stuff. And I saw him at Magi Fest. I was hammered, and the elevator door opens up, and I go, "Hey, David Williamson," and he goes, "Are you going up?" And I go, "No." And then he goes, "Okay," and then the door just closes, and I'm just there like, okay. So I had a little bit of I don't want to say starstruck, but I'm a bitch. Essentially. Oh, let's see. Magic question. Thoughts on a center tear? Is it still good since much stuff is digital? I don't think you can do a center tear through Skype. I don't know if that's going to fill in, right? Actually, that concept is pretty funny. You have like a little piece of paper and you're doing this for the web, and you go, hey, I have a piece of paper here. I just want you to tell me a word, right? All right, so I'm going to write it down here, banana. Okay, and I'm going to tear it up. I don't want to see inside of it. I'm going to put the pieces here so you could see them. I want you to think of the word. Banana. Yeah? You want to suck it now? Wouldn't that be a thing? Wouldn't that be a great thing? Although, to be honest, I don't want to mention any names, but that's the equivalent of what some mentalists are doing now on Zoom. That's almost literally what some magicians and mentalists are doing on Zoom, and they're calling themselves experts. They're calling themselves experts in the field of virtual magic, and they're doing the equivalent of having the spectator name whatever word is, write it down on a piece of paper, tear it up. They're doing almost that. So just keep that in mind when you think of that particular scenario as being a parody, that some people are almost doing that in actuality. So a little bit of a fun one. See, 30 seconds. DJ Daniel, these nuts. Royal Pain is me is shit. Am I bad for saying that she's attractive? She's very attractive to me. She's very attractive. That sort of darkish face. I like that. I'm a huge fan of that. If that's the same person you're talking about, I like that. I'm kind of a fan of her in terms of the appearance. I haven't seen the magic. I just get distracted by thoughts. How have you not done a magic rant on magic wands? Yeah, okay. That's a good one. I should definitely do that. Here's the thing about magic wands. What do you quantify as a magic wand, right? Is a pen a magic wand? Because here's the thing. A magic wand is the most shiny shit you could probably do or have as a magician, right? A magic wand. But the concept of a magic wand is something that every coin magician needs, right? You need to hold something. So the concept of a magic wand is that if you're holding, now you gave me an idea for patron video, by the way. So that's another one. Magic wand principle. I think that's a good one. But the principle, just whatever, is you holding something implies that your hand is empty, right? So that's the magic wand principle. It's that you holding something in your hand, it implies that there's something that is occupying that hand, and therefore you can't hide anything in it, right? So the purpose of the magic wand historically is not as a device to, well, I mean, technically it is, because that's the effect, that the magic wand is a conduit for your magic, and it's what dictates the direction of the magic, as gay as that sounds. But the real purpose is that it gives the hand a purpose, and you could hold it this way without making it seem like it's awkward. So the concept of a magic wand is needed in magic, as terrible as that sounds. But the actual magic wand itself with the little tips, if you take that out unironically, I'm gonna take you out back and I'm gonna give you the old yellow treatment. Okay, so if you ever are in a gig or a magic convention, and I saw a few at the last one I went to, I saw a few people unironically have magic wands, you know, where they take it and they, I'm just gonna stick it through the cup. Well, you know, pretty abysmal. So people are still using that unironically. This cut is really hurting me. I don't know how the fuck I got this cut on my hand. But yeah, so the concept is sound. It's a good concept, but in practice, it's terribly terrible. So you could expect a video coming on that soon enough, I guess. Sorry. Maybe a modern version of maybe the modern version of waxing a wand is dipping your rad fedora. Yeah, that's pretty tremendous. I mean, the thing is that honestly, look, so right, you have a wand, right? A wand being what? A pen. So I know this is going to be virgin-y as shit, but whatever. So in holding a pen in my hand right now, if you ask a spectator, hey, what is this? What am I holding? They're going to say a pen. They're not going to say a coin, right? They're not going to say a coin, obviously, because they can't see the coin. But they're not even thinking coin, because the only thing that's visible in your hand is a fucking pen. And that's the principle behind the magic wand. So the best part about it is that you could technically use anything as a wand, right? But here's the problem. Even though you're holding something like this, the tendency is still to wave over it, right? So you're waving this over it. So this becomes a magic wand. And when you treat it like a magic wand, then that's gay. That's gay. But if you're just holding this because the context of the routine calls that you need to hold a pen, and you're trying to, you know, establish the fact that you have nothing in it. Let me see if I could do this with, look at that. Look at that virginity. I could do a little bit of a flourish. Fucking black on toast. Okay. Do that little bit of a, there you go. Well, hiding a coin. That's some extra virgin olive oil. But the concept is sound. All right. So I hope you appreciated me never, any woman that sees that, I definitely cannot get in her pants. So I hope you appreciate that I'm putting a conversation like that on public forum like the internet. Oh, let's see. I haven't photoshopped Pigcake in ages. I haven't photoshopped anything in ages. That's funny. Well, then what the fuck is your channel then? Your Instagram. It's RBS Bad Photoshops, right? So it's not RBS Bad haven't photoshopped in ages, right? It's RB's Photoshop. So get to it. All right, chop chop. Oh my god, COVID, it's back. See, some jokes are better in person, especially if they are already weak to begin with. You spelled there like Daniel spells there. What happened to Rocky? Rocky's in a box somewhere. I think it's actually in that box, as a matter of fact. I have a bunch of like weird, like there's some shit I haven't unboxed, just because I don't have like place to put it. Like I don't want to overcrowd whatever little place I have here, so it's there inside of a box. And then I have other stuff that I haven't taken out in a while. But Rocky, man, that's a throwback. Could you imagine how much if David Williamson has some sort of stock in Rockies, like Rocky Raccoons, after that DVD set where he talks about Rocky and how good it is and how cool it is and the things he's done with it. Could you imagine how much fucking stock went up because he did that? You know, like assuming he did have stock in Rocky, or if stock in Rocky existed, could you imagine how much he would have made? It's like Richard Sanders and Extreme Burn, essentially. But I don't think he has a deal with that. I think Rocky, unless he sells Rockies, I think Rockies are just the generic little things that they sell in the magic stores. On a scale of 1 to 6 million, how Jewish are you, Piggy? Whoa, shit. Wow, that's fucked. The misconception is that, yeah, it was like 6 million, but Hitler actually, I think it was 16 million deaths that he caused under his regime, which is kind of interesting. I think the underlying number that everyone talks about, because they only assume it was a Holocaust, I think it was 8 million really there. And total, I think it was somewhere in the 16, 17 million region, which is, by the way, fucking nuts. That's kind of a crazy thing. Let's see. Principle also okay. Yes, very good point. The principle is good. The actual prop looks strange. Thank you for that. The prop doesn't look strange. It looks terrible. It's awful. It's a gay one. Stalin? I don't know. Stalin was I'm trying to remember the list of people and their respected deaths, right? Cause of deaths. Hitler, I think, was 16 million total. Mao was like 64 million, from my understanding. Let me look that up. Let me see my research team. Hey, Piggy, why don't you look it up? How much he's death? Okay, Mao deaths. So luckily, I don't know how much YouTube has in line with the Chinese government, where this is gonna get censored if I start speaking about that. I know Reddit's pretty bad. So if you start mentioning anything about deaths like Tiananmen Square and all that stuff, they just block it and they're like, nope, don't talk about that. What are you talking about? What? That's in the past. That's in the past. We're in the present. Embrace the present. So let's do that. Let's see. Okay. So Mao. Let's see. 20 to 46 million. So between 20 and 46 million. And this one says between 8 and 45 million. Or sorry, 18 and 45 million. Oh boy. Wow, that's crazy. So there's a lot of contention on the actual numbers, but that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit of deaths. It's kind of weird why people embrace him, right? Kind of weird, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's kind of nuts. So if you look at the grand scheme of things and grand scheme of people responsible for deaths, he's, I think, up there. He's definitely up there on that list. Oh, let's see. Japan's emperor. Wow, he did so things in Asia during that time. Rape, you said. It's a norm bit. What about Stalin? Is it a norm bit? Stalin. Yeah, you know what? Stalin, that guy was a jerk. You know what? Now I need to order the hat. I need to order the hat that says sports on it. So that's I think I mentioned that to a friend of mine recently about the sports hat. So I'm gonna get a hat and a shirt that says sports on it, like just the Norm Macdonald stuff. So yeah, that was kind of nuts. Stefan, anyone watch The Boys yet? Stefan, I thought I summoned you earlier today. I thought I summoned you earlier in the stream because I said the Nene or the Quan. I said Quan. Like the old dance move that used to take place, and I thought I summoned you, but it turns out I did not, so I apologize. Did you see our senator lady in the Mao hot pants? Yeah, I saw that. That was quite a fun one. A woman running for senator wearing Mao on her skirts. So it's like, what message are you sending there, buddy? Kind of a weird one. The other one I remember my mom hated was the Guevara one. So every time my mom and her grandmother would see that, I remember it was Santana on one of the Oscars. He had a Che Guevara shirt, and they're like, "Fuck this guy, este que no sabe, este come mierda, que es un puta, que todo este mira que un come mierda, ese tipo un come mierda." My mom just went on a rant on that guy because the Guevara shirt, which is quite funny as to why or how you could go into an Urban Outfitter today and buy a Che Guevara shirt, essentially. So that's kind of an interesting little bit of a contention there. Let's see. Reddit tends to be very skewed. Yeah, it does. But depending on which side you were on, it's skewed for the opposite one. So that's the other part about Reddit. That's kind of a fun thing. Reddit is another one that's consumed so much fucking of my time in the past couple years. But then every time I go on it, I just get angry as to what gets on the top of Reddit. I'm like, how the fuck is this Like, who put this here? How is this here? I don't understand that, but that's the internet. Which dictator was it that tried to breed humans with chimps to create super soldiers? I heard you. I just refused to answer, says Stefan. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think that might have been Dr. Evil. I think that might have been Dr. Evil, maybe. I was going to say Mr. Evil, but he didn't go to 4 years of evil school to be called Mr. Evil. So Dr. Evil, I think, is the one that described. I agree with your mom about that guy. It's insane that people embrace these monsters. Well, him specifically was one that was very interesting because, I mean, God knows how many people he killed, like himself, right? That he just went, bah, all right, you're dead. And he wasn't a fan of the gays. That one wasn't a fan of the gays. I don't know why people tend to associate him with, rebellion and all this stuff. Yeah, I guess why, because he was kind of one of the ultimate rebels, but not really a guy you should really put on your shirt, Not a guy you should be like, yeah, that's a guy. That's the guy I like, But I guess people are misinformed or not misinformed, but don't have a clear understanding of history, which is very needed today. How do you think Merlin is doing? Not the fictional character, the terrible magician you saw in the first magic show I ever went to. Merlin, I have no idea. But it was, I think about that show from time to time as to how fucking hysterical it was. And my favorite part of the entire show, which gives me giggles to this day, is when he brought somebody up to do the Copperfield bit, where you reveal a place they want to visit, a name of somebody that's important to them, and it's that whole thing where they unroll it, and it's a Jewish name because it was in a Jewish theater, and this is a very Cuban guy. And the guy goes, what's the name of somebody that you, like, or anybody in the world that you have an affiliation with? And they go, Achalam. And he goes, what, huh? Could you repeat that? How do you spell that? Achalam? I don't know how to spell that necessarily. And I think he had to have the person write it for him, which was quite cringy, I gotta say. But he knew. I feel like anybody could have seen that coming, especially being surrounded by all the yarmulkes there. So it's kind of an interesting show, but I still remember that one. Didn't go to evil medical school. See, yeah, that's what I said. Let's see. It was Stalin with his human ape thing. Stalin wasn't my favorite thing about Stalin was that Photoshop, the airbrush picture. Which I know some people have in contention, but he had a picture where it was him and like 4 other dudes, and then throughout his reign, he would have that picture airbrushed to the people that he's murdered. The other one that was quite an interesting one was, I hate to forget the name of the guy from Iraq. I hate the name, Hussein, right? Hussein was one that was kind of an interesting one because there's that video where he's like fucking smoking a cigarette. So he just came up, he's sitting down, all chill. He's smoking a cigarette and he's just listing people. And the people that are in the room with him that he's listing, they're just fucking bringing him out and taking him out back. And they're never seen again. So they were never seen again. He was just listing out the people that were opposed to him being in power and made an example of them. And he's just smoking a cigarette as his secret police, or I guess overtly secret police, are taking the people out back and shooting them, which was, you could find that video on YouTube. It's fucking crazy to see that was something that, took place. And it took place within modern history. So interesting. I like Steve Drawn's Midnight Shift. Yeah, Midnight Shift is a great one. It's a turnover pass essentially, right? I remember reading Expert Card Technique and hearing Hugard pretty much suck the turnover pass off. So he's like, oh, this is a pass that it could be seen from all angles. It's the most discreet pass, and he has like a whole paragraph essentially sucking off the pass, which is kind of an interesting thing. But turnover pass is good. Just a regular pass, man. Good old classic pass. You can't go wrong with that if you use it in the right context. So I guess my favorite pass would be the classic pass, which again, any female sees this, there goes my chances. There goes any chance of ever having that on my face. So I hope you appreciate that answer, even though it cost me so much. Let's see. Oh, Danny doesn't even need to be in the same room as Piggy to set him off, right? That's a good skill. That's definitely a good skill to have. You don't even need to be in the same room. It's like a mentalist trick, essentially. Like, hey, long distance anger management. Best contact. Best contact of the classic past. Man on 9th floor. How funny is that? How funny is that? Yeah, it's like, hey, best context, a trick where you have to do the pass about 3 times, including a half pass, overtly, right? Not covertly, overtly. Oh, hey, look, here it is. I like it though. I like the structure. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's like top 5 for me, that particular trick. And I love the structure, and I love the little bit of the ending where you're flipping over the cards. That's the whole point of that trick, was so you could flip over those cards and show the fact that you have the aces. So fuck off, all right? Fuck off with your fucking Crocodile Dundees. I bought limited edition Coca-Cola Tic Tacs because of your video. Will they pay off? I don't know if you're planning on selling them. They're definitely not worth anything now. They were worth something 8 months ago when they were only out in Belgium, and I had to pay $37 to fucking have them imported from Belgium, only to wait 2 months and have them actually be available in mass here. So that was my retardation. But I had it before anybody else, all right? They were good. They were all right. And as a matter of fact, right now I have 3 over there that I found at the local CVS. So I think the bubble exploded on those. I've got Saddam money, some Marines, 3 kings, and it got gold. My Marine buddies looted worthless bills. Yeah, is that an actual thing? Looted worthless bills. Jesus, man. His story was definitely interesting. Saddam and Udain Hussein and his other brother, their whole stories were fucking tremendous. If you ever look at that and look at what was going on during that time period. And the other one that blew my mind, I still remember, was when they executed him. That was another fucking crazy video that you would never expect to have seen in your lifetime. You know, especially seeing the topple of that statue in Iraq was Iraq was fucking nuts. And then you have that video where, they released the information after they executed Saddam. And they said, oh, yeah, Saddam died, with respect and dignity. They hung him, but he was with dignity and respect. And then you watch the video that leaked. And it's like they were fucking like spitting in his direction. They're fucking like, hey, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. So that was kind of a funny thing, seeing the difference between what was reported and what was actually visible with our eyeballs in the video. But he's an interesting character to study, definitely in terms of history and humanity, and just how open he was with how little fucks he gave about human life. But, that's a history lesson for Pigcake Plus. It's a history lesson for Pigcake Plus, not Pigcake. Didn't Trump ban TikTok? Did he? I think it was TikTok. I think Trump attempted to ban TikTok. Is that what CNN reported? That he banned TikToks? But yeah, no, he didn't ban TikTok. As president, I would definitely ban things I dislike. So if I was president, I would definitely ban things that I don't like. So I would ban old people driving. I would ban, what do you call this? Crazy cat ladies. I would ban them. What else don't I like? Fat people. I would ban fat people. I'd be pretty much, I'd be the equivalent of Stalin, now that I think about it. Now that I have mentioned Stalin in this stream quite a bit, I feel like I would probably end up as him if I was leader of any sort of country. So you definitely don't want to vote me in power if that's ever an option. Let's see, what's this? We go through here. Oh, you would ban Daniel. I would ban Daniel. Yes, I would ban Daniel. That's for sure. You do it when they're looking at you. Says AMS. You don't bring conscious awareness to it. A pass is supposed to be done on the offbeat. Yeah, I'm aware, but in that particular trick, you bring attention to it. You bring attention to it, technically, because that's part of the routining of it. So it's instead of using a move as a covert move, using it, hey, as almost a color change. So that's why I like that particular routine. But that entire routine is done for that kicker ending, essentially. And really, they're only aware of the pass taking place in one phase. So that's kind of, I think, that's the compromise of that. But it's definitely a fun one. Oh, sorry. Trump forgot about TikTok after he got COVID. Yeah, that was another one. After he got COVID and he was saying, "I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna go around kissing you. All right, I feel so good right now." He did a little bit of a dance. Old white people shouldn't dance. That's I think that's another thing I would ban. Old whites dancing. I would definitely be opposed to that. Any old whites. It doesn't matter. I think, where you are technically from, but if you were an old white person, I think you should keep that. You should definitely understand that your best dancing days are behind you. So that's another thing I would definitely ban. Let's see, I'll literally knock door for door for your campaign if you're gassing fatty. Thank you. It's good to have a soldier. All right, it's good to have a soldier, knowing that I have a soldier in the front lines of my war against the fats. All right, I've converted many people against the fats, so I'm glad to have a willing army. Let's see. Melania's dead. Haven't heard from her since she got COVID. You know who's the other one that I haven't heard anything from? Ghislaine Maxwell. I haven't heard anything from her, which is kind of an interesting little thing when it comes to what's going on around. There's a lot of hullabaloo when they got her, but then there was none. Even though she's been in custody for what, 4 months? Interesting. A little bit of an interesting thing. Even more interesting that apparently her Reddit account hasn't been used. So she had a Reddit account that people found, which is kind of an interesting thing, and that hasn't been used. Makes you wonder as to what's going on. They probably killed her. Yeah, that's funny. Before Stalin had power, he was a bully. He forced people to give his side power threats, and they gave him his job as the aggro guy. He goes, yeah, and then that's how I got power. Yeah, that's pretty much how you get power over a country. You slowly make your way up there. You make your friends in high places until you go, fuck you, I don't need you anymore. And you have them killed, and then you reign supreme. That's, I think, the true and tested formula that every crazy person has done it. It just seems Melania's being quiet. Yeah, that is another one. I know that they had a little bit of a statement where she said that she was feeling good. She wasn't experiencing symptoms. But there have been more attention on her. Well, I guess it's because obviously the focus is on Trump. You're not going to have the focus on the first lady. It's going to be on the guy that says that he beat it essentially by the power of his will, rather than the person who got it and is at home essentially. So I think that that's more newsworthy. What's your favorite prediction routine? Prediction routine. You know what? Probably Turville. Turville is a great one that I've had some fun with in terms of coming up with ideas for it. Turville is by Orville Meyer, I think. It's a wonderful little bit of a routine. It's a bluff, essentially, where you hand somebody a prediction, you hand another person a billet, or you hand 3 people. You tell it to pass a little paper among 3 people, and then they write things on that, like a color, a number, any number they want, and they're no force. And you then take the actual prediction, and you have somebody read the prediction, and it matches. So it's a great little bit of a routine, and it's ballsy as shit. But that's one of my favorite little bit of a predictions. That, and also, I keep fucking with the game here. The other one is there's a balloon prediction, I think, from back in the day. I think, what's his fucking name? The guy that came up with the any card at any number, with the turnover bit. He died maybe 4 years ago. Oh my goodness. Fuck, this is going to drive me nuts. Theater of the Mind. What's his name? It's going to fucking drive me crazy. Theater of the Mind. He did the ambitious card where you turn over the cards. He had the trick where you pull the glass of water from the sleeves. Barry Richardson. There you go. I hate that it took me that long to remember my own virginity or remember virginity there. But Barry Richardson is the guy I'm talking about. He has another little bit of a hot one. So he has a balloon prediction, essentially. That's very good. So those are two that I really enjoy. So let's see. Nobody even mentioned it here. Let's see. Penguin Magic had an Instagram poll today where people could vote if David Berglis is a magician or a mentalist. Two things for sure he is. Also, the Berglis effect is a hoax. That's kind of gay poll, right? Hey guys, is David Berglis a magician or a mentalist? Well, we're gonna get some engagement. That's lots of virginity there, to be honest. Lots of virginity. Also. Pigcake, you are good at the muscle pass. Why do you never use it? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the muscle pass. I just like it as a little bit of a fidget thingy that you do. My muscle pass is terrible. My muscle pass is pretty shit. I can't do it. Well, first of all, my hands are sticky as shit right now. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking stickier than old person at a retreat. You know what I'm saying? Lots of old person sex taking place. But my muscle pass is pretty shit, to be honest. Definitely not as good as the Asians. That's for sure. So I mean, there's just no reason. There's no reason to, unless you're doing some little like coin through glass or whatever, but there's not a lot of reason to do a muscle pass. I say that even though I've seen these videos of like Shudogawa using it to actually move coins subtly between his hands. A thing that I'll never be able to accomplish, even though I'm sure he's probably seen the light of 1,000 pussies. I will never accomplish that. So my muscle pass is definitely not good. Let's see. Twana isn't going to stop until you answer the question. And at this point, I'm curious myself. How did your worst gig go? I've never done a gig. Your boy's never done a gig right here. Look at this guy right here. Never done a gig. So I've never had a bad gig because I've never had a gig. That's the little bit of a hot secret there. No, but I've never done a gig because I've never really done this professionally, as apart from doing tutorials on YouTube. Amateur performances, you know, little things here and there that let me kind of like, you know, see what works and what doesn't work. But I've never had like a paying gig per se when it comes to magic. I really enjoy the as gay as this sounds, I enjoy the creating aspect, the part where you come up with stuff, where you put things together, you know, where you sit down and you kind of contemplate this and that. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm not as much of a fan of the performance part of it, which is kind of defeats the point of magic because it's a performance art. But I enjoy creating way more than I do performing. So when I have an opportunity to perform, I guess, you know, you might see a little thing here or there. But when it comes to the creating aspect of it, that's what I enjoy the most. So I enjoy that well beyond any sort of gigging thing. I've been offered many, many times, but I've always rejected them because I'm just not interested in that sort of line of work. I prefer to, you know, create stuff. You know, test it if I get a chance. Test it when I get a chance, and then, you know, that's what I like. So, oh, let's see. Do you like British people? Do I like British people? I like British people. Yeah, I like British people. I'm a fan of British people. I like the Brits. I like the look of certain British women. I know I made a joke about that in a previous video that I made about beans on toast, right? I made a joke as to there not being attractive British women, but there are plenty of attractive British women, and I love their accents. I feel like if I ever like get like a British lad, me being gay, a British bird, right? A British bird, maybe, is that something that they use? A lass, right? Say something with the accent in my ear. It's gonna be instant Woodtown. She's gonna get a phone call from the bone phone, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm a fan of British people. I like British people. I like British women. So let's see. What's this one? 4D chess? Fancy stash. That's what I've been saying for 4 years now. 4D chess. Let's see. Should you practice sleight of hand with shitty cards? If you don't have better ones, you should practice with both. I mean, if you don't have access to better cards, you're kind of relegated to practicing with shittier cards, but that's again subjective. So the downside is you have to kind of get used to the slipperiness. So even if you could do it with a shitty deck, if you do it with a good deck, there is a little bit of a learning curve. But When it comes to learning stuff, I do recommend using a shittier deck, because if you could do it with a shitty deck, you could definitely do it with a better deck. And I know a lot of magicians, they'll maybe, get a shitty deck on purpose, get a new deck, and learn everything with different types of decks in warning conditions, so that, assuming that somebody ever hands them a situation where they're handed cards, they're still able to do something with it. But you should have tricks that don't require the condition of the cards to be anything that's relevant to the trick. So stuff like Out of This World, for example, that's a good example of something that doesn't necessarily require the cards to be in pristine condition. So little things like that, I think you should definitely know with cards in case the circumstance ever comes. I mean, there's a bunch of tricks that don't necessarily require sleight of hand when it comes to playing cards. So if you ever have an opportunity where somebody says, hey man, I have a deck right here, show me something, buckaroo, you have something to do, because, well, you have a bunch of tricks in your mind that don't necessarily require the condition of the cards to be pristine. Let's go through this. Between a card trick and a number 2, which is your greatest and most impressive creation? By number 2, do you mean a turd? You mean a turd? Is that the meaning there? Be number 2. I don't understand number 2. I never liked that reference to poop. Not a fan of that. I guess, though, you got a pee, which is number 1, and you got a poop, which is number 2. I don't understand that. Who made that? Who made that distinction up? Obviously, in terms of priority, I think shitting is more important, right? Because, I mean, I've been able to hold a pee for hours, but let me tell you, after certain foods, you gotta go. You gotta go. So I would definitely say poop is priority. Let's see. Most improved magician of 2020. JT, wait, we just got the notification of the loss of his virginity. He has been disqualified. Notification of the loss of virginity. What's that even mean? Could you imagine there's like some sort of application that like they have apps that track your sleep and record you, and whenever you have sounds, it starts recording. Could you imagine if there's an application that you could announce to everyone, hey guys, I just fucked. I just did it, guys. I lost it. It took a while, but I'm revoking my V card. That would be a fucking tremendous one. Oh, let's go through here. I'm going pro just so I could ram a spike to some thoughts hand. There's a clever thing when it comes to capitalization of certain words, and I think you nailed it. Usually, Top Notch is a phenomenal person. He's around here in the chat sometimes. When it comes to the use of like lamau, like a tactical lamau, or like a tactical use of all caps on a word, I think you nailed it pretty much there. That was quite a good one. God fucking damn it. Let's see. What are your go-to tricks if somebody ever asks you to pull a trick on them? Probably like a little bit of like a spread force, where you force the bottom card, you peek at it and you force it on them with a little bit of a force that you're looked away. I call it the spread force. I'm sure it's been around forever, but I've had a bunch of little touches on it. That, I guess, because it doesn't require work, doesn't require effort, really. It just requires the effort of you being able to determine when they say stop, which is easy because their lips move. So they have to move their lips in order to say the word stop. So you could go, oh, okay, here's the spot. So if you know the force, you know what I mean. But that would probably be something. Let's see over here. Do you like Alex Pandrea? Yeah, he sent me a picture of his penis, so I appreciate that. His pandy penis, his Pandrea cock, his you really can't change his name to accommodate the word like dick, right? Or some sort of phallic object. I know, but I like Pandrea. I've recently talked to him quite a bit, and he's a definite great dude, great knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. Very just all around great guy. Like all around, I can't say a bad thing about him. So yeah, I do like Alex Pandrea. See, oh fucking RB, I want to find a school right now. Has anyone ever bought 5 Subway sandwiches and thought, I've bought Pigcake's hidden subs? I fucking hate you. You are just Let me play the audio here and see how it sounds. I have a giant pussy. I fucking hate it. Wow, audio sounding good. So, you know, I changed it to mono. And I think that might have done it. So, Satchel, I think you might have mentioned something like that. Changing it to mono, working. I didn't use the little pole here this time. So the cable really hasn't jiggled a lot. So that might be the other one. So I think I figured out my audio issues there. Peendrea. Yeah, that's a good one. Peendrea. A little bit of a penis pun there, I guess. So okay, yeah, no, he's been cool. He's definitely been cool. Daniel Cabrera, I summoned thee. Huh, what? Somebody said something? You're fucking terrible. You are just the fucking worst. Only way the chat will be better is if X was here going after women over 55. No, it's not a magic convention, all right? Listen, you saw some things you shouldn't see, okay? Oh, and you saw some things you shouldn't have seen, all right? You should just forget them. Okay? You're lucky you didn't see me. I was very cognizant, all right? I was hammered, but I was cognizant, luckily. All right, but you saw some other things that you shouldn't have seen. That's really funny. Taper Truth, I like his knock originals, but I don't like his performance style. Well, he's very to the book. He's a very to the book, I guess, performer. But I guess you need that, and he's a very good teacher per se. So you know, I've seen some of his stuff ever since we've chatted. Seen his stuff, and he's very good. One thing he's not good at is making fucking videos, Pandrea, after I send you them. Come on, bro. Get on that, dude. We have like a video that we're supposedly doing, but he hasn't got on top of that, and he keeps saying, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna record it today, man. I'm gonna record it today," and fucking hasn't recorded it. He's gonna get a magic cop. Let's see. Let me go through here, see if there's anything of relevance. Fucking Subway. I can't believe I read that out loud. You fucking. Going through the mentalism set from Tarbell taught through penguin magic is killing me slowly. 2 video performance of 4 techniques. Is it Dan Harlan doing that? I've realized how good of an asset Dan Harlan is after watching the Bill Montana lecture and watching other lectures. And whenever he happens to be the host, I think he's the best host. He's definitely the most knowledgeable. There are other ones that are great. McCready guy, he's kind of funny sometimes. And who's the other guy? Nick Lacapo, he's also pretty good. But I got to say, Dan Harlan is on top of the game when it comes to his stuff, especially watching that Bill Montana lecture and just seeing this guy turn chicken shit into nuggets. Like he's turning chicken shit, essentially, the guy's spewing out of his mouth, you know, going, here's an energy ball. Do you feel it in your hand? You feel it in your hand? Yes? I swear to God, verbatim, he goes, there's nothing in his hand, and he just felt something in his hand. As if that's the trick, as if that's the effect. So, but you had Dan Harlan coming in there and fucking stirring that up and making that into something. There are many points where he's like, oh, he has his back pretty much. He has his back the entire fucking lecture. So watching him there tells me how valuable of an asset Dan Harlan is when it comes to the penguin magic stuff or penguin magic in general. So what a fucking soldier. Let's see. Pigcake, what's your favorite Justin Miller effect if you have one? There's a couple. I like a couple Justin Miller effects. The change that he has, which is nice. He has a control, like a tilt control to the top of the deck. That's really nice. He also is. I like that one trick where he calls magicians man bun faggots. That's the other one that I really like. It's a quote. All right, I'm quoting him. I could say because I'm quoting him. Okay, I'm not saying it out of context. I'm saying it within the context of him calling me a man bun faggot. So. I like that trick in particular. That's my favorite effect of Justin Miller, especially after being told to my face that I'm not the person he was talking about. So I love reading online that there was a man bunned faggot, all right, chasing him around the convention, only to be introduced to him and to be told that I wasn't in fact the person that was recording him, and then later on to read a comment saying that I was in fact the person he was talking about. But you didn't say that to me in person, all right? You said that I wasn't the guy, and I wasn't the guy because I wasn't recording you. fuck? Calling me a man bun faggot. I'll show you a man bun faggot. Well, you want me to be a man bun faggot? I'll be a man bun faggot. So, Harlan makes me sick. No, Harlan's great. I love Dan Harlan. He's tremendous. But am I socially awkward? No, I'm the opposite of socially awkward. I feel bad for Jam. I can't even read that. I was about to say something. But I chose not to, because I'm a good individual. All right, I'm not a man bun faggot. I'm gonna get a shirt that says man bun faggot. I'm gonna get a shirt that says that. Just the fucking next convention, next time I go to Magi Fest, all right, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm the guy. That's me, huh? That's fucking me. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, that's kind of shitty though. I mean, I tell to my face, I'm like, hey man, hey, big fan of your work, dude. I enjoy your stuff, which is true. I love his. He has a lot of work that I enjoy. And hey, is this the guy that's been following you in a convention and taping you? And he goes, no, it's not him. It's not me. Obviously referring to me. It's not him. And then afterwards on Instagram, I see that it was me that he refers to as chasing him. But I'm like, hey man, I met you and everything was good. What the fuck? So it's gonna be a showdown. You showed him no more man bun. Yeah, right now because I showered. Right, I showered. So I just have my hair down, but typically it's up. All right, typically it's in a little bit of a bun. I have now the little bit of a weird setup where this part is down and then this part is up because I'm enjoying having at least somewhat of long hair for once in my life after having curly Arabic Jew hair for a while. Okay, wow, RB, wow, dude, I can't even read that. Whew. Wow, that's fucked. If oh fuck. Wow, that's the comment of the century, RB. That's the comment of the century. I was kind of thinking of that, all right? I was kind of thinking of that, just for full disclosure. But I didn't say it because I'm not a terrible person, okay? How much hair do you pull with the rubber bands? Quite a lot of hair actually. But I condition, I oil. I'm very conscious of this, right? I maintain it very well. I condition on an almost a daily basis, right? You condition every day. You don't shampoo it every day. That's the problem that dries hair and leads to shit. So you only shampoo it maybe once or twice a week, max. But you condition probably every day. That's a good bet. You condition every day. You oil. You put oils, right? Argan oil, fucking. You comb it. You brush it. So there's a lot of maintenance that goes into this fucking chrome dome. Only to have, by the way, about a third of it be moot because a third of it is just what should be over my forehead to cover my massive forehead, but really it's all the way back here. So. Motherfucker. Pigcake, what's your Jay Sankey effect? My favorite Jay Sankey effect, back in time. You got Mr. Clean's Coin Across. There's another one that's kind of dope. I'm trying to think of Graffiti. Fuck, Graffiti. That's a fucking phenomenal trick. His handling is shit, I'm going to be honest. His handling is shit. But the effect is fucking so good. If you don't, because at some point he puts the card in his pocket and he switches it, right? Which the handling is good if you want to do it impromptu. So his handling is impromptu in the sense that you just have the card set up in your pocket. You do a switch as you pretend to go, oh, actually, we'll have it better out here. And it's impromptu, essentially. Or no setup. You don't need to set up the deck, per se. Variations that I've come up with on that particular trick, you do. But I think it's worth the trade-off. But Graffiti is probably one of my favorite Jay Sankey tricks. If you look that up, I think it's on 22 blows to the head. Everything, honestly. Carbon paper. Paper clipped. Tremendous. Fucking back in time. What is it? The key one? There's a key one where the key it goes off and then on the actual thing. That's fucking tremendous. Where he takes the key off visually and then does literally throws it onto the little loop of rope and it catches on. Fuck. God damn. What a tremendous mind that is in Jay Sankey. And he called me Told you. I think I mentioned this a couple of months ago that he called me and told me I was a huge fan of my stuff and that he's enjoying the shit and to keep doing it. So that was quite a nice moment, I guess. I think weird shit was happening, and that call really was a good, I guess, a good reminder to keep doing what I'm doing. So, yeah. Card and balloon is solid. Yes and no. Yes and no. Airtight is good, but it's too much. I think it's too much. She has another one where you literally put it in the balloon in the context of the routine, which is kind of funny. I'm like, you do the setup for airtight in front of him, which defeats the point. But there's another one. He has a tape called Real World Bar and Restaurant Magic, and he does a trick with like a car. It's like a card trick that he does in that tape. That's fucking great. He has another set called Anytime, Anywhere. Oh, fuck. It's like 30 things. Like, I'm like, how do you, were you charging $1 a trick? Sankey. That was one that was fucking tremendous. Hemispheres, goddamn, man, all these projects. Sankey Secret Files, that's another tremendous one. He has nothing but bangers essentially. Yes, sometimes he comes up with shit. Okay, there's some products that I'm like, oh, that was clearly a C project. But the A pluses are just so fucking good. Man, I wish I could even get a modicum of his thought process. Astral Projection is another fucking great one. I you know what? The more Sankey ones I think about, the more it gets me fucking angry. Because I'm like, because the thing about Sankey is like, it's almost like John Kerry, right? John Kerry is that, I mean, to watch him perform is like, he's very dry, I would say. He's, I think, funny outside of it, but he's dry when it comes to performances. But his methods are so fucking easy and the tricks are very good. So it's like that sort of thing. Sankey doesn't, his tricks never require any amount, like not really anything that's advanced. Maybe he has a couple tricks in Revolutionary Coin Magic that will literally make you grow balls. But apart from that, his stuff is super easy, and it does get a lot of impact when it comes to the effect. Same thing with John Kerry. He puts like no work on the actual method, and the effect is still very strong. So that's what I like about John Kerry's work. But again, you watch him on like the DVDs, and you know what it is? I think that it's that Big Blind Media shit. Right, so Big Blind Media is that magic company. They have a lot of wonderful projects, some impromptu card stuff, John Bannon stuff, but they always have like really attractive spectators. And then you have John Bannon next to like an 8.5, right? And John Bannon is doing a trick for this 8.5, and that's the most unrealistic shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And then you have John Kerry doing a trick for like a 9.5, and she's giggling, and I'm like, no, I can't. This is literally like Fantasyland. Like, this is porn for magicians. Because she's like, oh my God, wow, that's so good. And I'm like, why do you exist? Now you've ruined my day. Because I know that you exist and I will never have you. And John Kerry's doing a trick for that. So it throws me off, the Big Blind Media stuff. I'm like, what? They're all hot. Like, all the people that you have. And then the DVD covers are like fucking John Bannon, like in an alleyway. Like, looking old as shit. And like 3 hot girls. Like, how the fuck is this supposed to be realistic? But maybe that's what throws me off. I'll say, I actually really like Jay Sankey thing where Rubber Man pops through the card case to be wrapped around the deck. I forgot the name of that. Can you show us the spread force, or do you have a YouTube video of that? I don't know if it's on Patreon or on YouTube. I'm not sure. I know that I recently put it on Patreon because I realized I didn't have it there. But if you look up Pigcake spread force, you might be able to find it. It's one of my favorite things. It really is. It's such a simple thing. And you might be a little bit disappointed. Disappointed because it's nothing special, but I love it. Just revisited Clone by Illusionist, overpriced. I'm not sure. I don't know what Clone is. Clone by Illusionist. How long have we been going here? An hour 30. That's fucking, you know what? Let's do a little bit. Let's do 2 hours clean. Let's do 2 hours. Clone. Let's check this out. My phone battery's at 16%. Clone by Okay, so this is a duplicate bill stuff with G. Adam Wilbur's here. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you. You know what I love about websites now? That you have to cancel like 13 fucking things whenever you click on a website. Like, oh, you want to sign up? No. Accept cookies. Do you want to send notifications to you? Hey, use this code for 10% off. And I'm like just getting bombarded by, you know, 5 Black Hawks at the same time. I don't know. I don't know much about clone. If the method's worth it and it's something that you need to do with it, I imagine it's worth that price for a reason. Right? Like I imagine it's worth that much for a reason. Let's see. I've never seen a good performance from Bannon. Yeah, he's a very dry guy. Again, I think it's a dry performance, but he has that one trick. I think AK-47 is the name of it. I can't say that without being put higher up on a list because that's the weapon of choice of my people. But he has that other trick that I think is probably one of the best tricks ever, which is that one where they try to find their card in the packets, and then at the end you're able to essentially find their thought of card, and they never say the card out loud, and you actually never know what it is until the very end. That trick, which is actually probably one of the fucking best tricks of all time. I don't know why people aren't talking about that in connection with like Out of This World, for example, as to being a great trick. That one, but watching him perform it, it's like, oh, okay. But the methods are fucking the best. That's the thing about John Bannon. Let's see. Let me see if I could do this. Jay Sankey, like Copperfield, do airtight. Copperfield performed it at Chrysler Hall in Norfolk, Virginia. Also, P.S. Sankey's Tenkai corner routines. That's another good one. Tenkai corner routines. That's a fucking great one. But Mr. Clean's coins across. I think that's the other one. I fucking hate Sankey. I hate how creative that short bald man is. All right, that Mr. Clean lookalike winner, award recipient every year. I hate that because he's just so damn creative. What's that Bannon trick? I'm not sure what it's called. I don't know what that Bannon trick is called. I know it's in one of his recent self-working tricks sets. I think it's in one of the ones that I know the set has 3 volumes, and I think it's in the first one. But it's a wonderful thing. I think he does it with 16 cards, and the spectator has to figure out which card is in what pile, and at the end you're able to find your card. I think that's one of my favorite fucking tricks. Let's see. You never had a chance, bro, says Daniel, to something I said maybe 37 fucking minutes ago. Favorite Bill Malone trick? I mean, fucking Sam the Bellhop, right? Is guaranteed to be there. Bill, I mean, I gotta say, he does have some other good ones from that Malone and Marlowe set. I remember I still have the DVD set in my storage in my mom's house. That's how old school that was. But it's over there collecting dust, and it's that Malone meets Marlowe set, and he has some fucking phenomenal tricks there. On the Here I Go Again, I think I forgot there was one there that was quite a good one. But he has phenomenal shit. His personality is tremendous. Let's see. What do you think of Chris Ramsey? Spelled incorrectly. I'm a fan of Ramsey. I'm more of a fan of his magic stuff. Not a huge fan of the puzzle stuff, but it got him a Tesla and 3.5 million subs. So who am I to, if I say, oh, I don't like it that much, I like the magic stuff way better. Who won there? So Ramsey's a great guy, so I'm a fan of his. But just the puzzle stuff, I prefer the magic stuff. Let's see, what's this one? Tech is getting creepy. Magicians bone conducting sleazy messages to girls in front of their boyfriends is cringe as fuck. What are you talking about? And why is it that I'm not aware of that? Could you please put more detail so I know what to look up? Magicians bone conducting sleazy messages to girls in front of their boyfriends. What? Well, the one that we're trying to figure out, Sleight of Tongue messaged me recently, or I messaged him, and we're trying to do some reconnaissance on cake, right? And I did some research today. I thought I could actually fucking do it by going to the website, the website of Abstract Effects, and changing the end to, instead of, whatever the trick is, put Cake by Jabrizi. and it didn't fucking work. So whatever page they had for it, or whatever page they were building for it, it didn't work. So I don't think they, I couldn't find it. So I was looking that up. Then I looked up on Reddit, and somebody actually described the effect, which I didn't know what the effect was for Cake. And it turns out that you put 2 cards behind your back, inside of your back pockets. The spectator puts 2 cards behind their back pockets, and then you reach into their pockets and pull out the cards, and they reach into your pockets and they pull out the cards, and everything matches, right? So I think they have like 2 aces and you have 2 aces. So that's what I read on Reddit is the effect. I've been looking for the video. And I have not found it because nobody saved it. So I think that that's lost. I think that the only people that have access to that are Jabrizi and Abstract Effects. And unfortunately, we're never going to see it. So that might be a dud. But I want to see if I could find that, to be honest. I want to see if I could find that. I've already checked the Internet Time Machine, the archive. I've checked it. There's nothing. It's gone. Maybe if somebody could find the actual like hyperlink to it on the website. Again, I already tried. I already went to Abstract Effects /products /Jabrizi, a cake by Jabrizi. It didn't work. So it has to be titled something else, or it's not a thing that they made yet. So I mean, I'm not sure. But fuck, that was a tremendous little thing that I missed out on by being ignorant and not being aware of stuff that was out. I didn't know the whole outrage for it. I wasn't aware of the whole outrage for it until it's too late. Bone conduction headphones. Yeah, but what are you talking about? Give me more detail. Right now I'm like a puppy. You just told me a little bit of a thing and you're like, hey, here's a teaser. Magicians are using bone conducting headphones or bone conducting tech to tell women creepy messages. Who's doing that? Because that seems like a topic for a video. I searched for 2 hours on Pornhub, but I forgot what I was looking for from. That's some other research there. You're doing some one-handed research there, Satchel. But I didn't know that was a thing. What's the Bannon trick called? I'm not sure. Let me look up John Bannon Big Blind. I'll tell you what the name of the trick is as soon as I see the media, as soon as I see the actual tricks on the DVD project. So Magic of John Bannon. I think it might be in, it's not Dealing with It. Maybe it might be Dealing with It. Let's see. So let me look up Dealing with It, Volume 1. Oh, you know what? No, Move Zero. I think it's Volume 1 of Move Zero. Let's see. I'll tell you right now, Move Zero. It is oh, come on. They don't have a fucking list of tricks on this goddamn thing. Let's see. Collusion, sort of psychic, trick bag, ulterior trick bag. Fuck. God damn it. No, it doesn't. I don't know the name here. Because there's no fucking descriptions of the tricks on the website. It's just the name of the tricks. I think it might be in either Move 01 or 2. But I'm not sure the name of the trick. I know it's definitely one of those videos. 51 Fat Chances. Nope. AK-47. Dead Reckoning. Could it be Dead Reckoning? That sounds familiar. But I'm not sure. But I know it's in one of those two. So it's either Volume 1 or Volume 2 of Move Zero. But fuck, is that a good trick? I would say it's probably one of the best of all time. Can you do an impression of Daniel Madison? I think that's a tired meme. I think that's a dead meme. Yeah, Daniel Madison imitations might be a dead meme. Back in the day when the idols, the trifecta, I don't know if you remember the old videos, were the Buck twins, Daniel Madison, and I forgot who else, Miss Mag. But Daniel Madison right now, I think to me is a dead meme in terms of the imitation. Oh, let's go through here. I would gurgle and brush my teeth with Ramsey's nuts. I still remember, man, that first convention. It was kind of a weird one because Ramsey was there sitting at a table in the lobby, and there was like a line. And this was a convention from like what, 2017, maybe, right? So even back then, there was a line of just awkward kids, just like, I want to talk to him. I want to talk to Ramsey. And they're like decked out in like his fucking gear, and I'm like, damn, That's fucking wild. That's a fucking, let me tell you, that person alone is already worth like $117 worth of your merch. So you have a line of 20 of them. That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. So I remember that from even the Magi Fest from 2017. So that's kind of nuts. And they're here, your recorded message crystal clear. Now I'm aware of that, but I know magicians were doing that to like say shitty things, like, you know, hey, dump your boyfriend, I have a big dick or whatever. I didn't know that. That seems like a Paul Vu thing. To be honest. That sort of scumbag, shitty imitator of other people, Paul Vu sort of thing. Shout out to anybody that finds Jabrizi's cake. I don't think anybody's gonna find it, man, to be honest. Nobody's gonna find fucking cake. It went up for 3 seconds and then that's it, which is unfortunate, but I gotta tell you, to each their own, man. I just wish that I was quick enough on that. I didn't know the outrage until well after the whole thing. That's when your boy got on that, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I could find it. There's definitely some sort of archive of it, but there was no archive. There was not even an iota of information in video form about the trick, apart from Jabrizi's live. So his Instagram live, he went live recently, and he maybe described it, and then somebody on Reddit described the effect, and the implication being that you're gonna, you know, grab the spectator's ass, right? That's the implication. But I don't think that there was anything along the lines of that. As a matter of fact, let me see what he said here, because I know that in the video of Michael O'Brien, which is how I know Jabrizi's watched my shit, which makes me happy that he's watched my shit. That in Michael O'Brien, his video, which didn't get a lot of views, he responded, or he commented on the shit. So let's see. Okay, so let's see if he responded here. Let's see, newest. Oh, come on, keep it. I hope he kept it. Jabrizi, yeah, he did keep it. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he kept it. I don't know if to put it here. I've realized that I should put it right. Let's see if I could do this. Hold up, I'm gonna do this. Bear with me for a hot second here, as I do some back-end shit, because that's the sort of production value that you expect on this channel. If you expected actual good production value, well, then you, my friend, are mistaken. Not only are you mistaken, but you are also a gay retard. Michael O'Brien, creepy. Okay? Stop being so fucking creepy. So let's test this out, okay? Let's test this out. I think this is going to work. So I'm going to go to reaction. Look at this. Production value. So this is that Michael O'Brien thing, right? And then this right here should be me. So this should be aimed at me, right? But this is way too fucking close. So that's the part that kind of sucks here. But so let me zoom in here as well. I fucking hate everything about this. This is just the worst. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. And then this is also cancerous because of this, right? Because you can't see it well because that's covered. So I have to do this. You know, fuck it. That's the production value, all right, that you're going to have here. Fuck off if you thought you were going to find anything else on this channel, all right? Ramsey level production value. Fuck off. So let's go here and check the comments. Newest first, right? Jabrizi. So 18 comments here, right? This is kind of what the interesting part was. So let's check these out. So Jabrizi goes, I believe you're being too sensitive. By the way, already right off the bat, I would say maybe just a plethora of spelling mistakes right there without even without effort. So I believe you're being too sensitive. Whatever happened to being a rock star in magic? Seems like magician singular, have gotten really soft and completely lost their edge, in my opinion. So that's what he said there. Then Stuart Reed, Honestly, most of these comments are kind of gay, I admit. But Jabrizi's comment is also on the bordering on the retarded side. Actually, no, full in to the retardation nation side here. Let me try to stay in frame here. God damn it. I'm just... this is terrible. I apologize. But you know what? This is the production value that you could expect from this show. So take it or leave it. So let's read through these. What about being a rock star, you mean? Rock stars in the 1970s and 80s regularly abused young, vulnerable women. Is that what you mean by rock stars? That's funny. I think he's also referring to everybody. Every David Bowie, right? The Who. Every rock band in the fucking 60s, 70s, and 80s had 14-year-old girls that would get taken advantage of. As if that was okay. I forgot there was one recently in a show that I was talking about that they were seeing her life and her foray with a bunch of rock stars. What's her name? I'm trying to remember what her name was. I don't want to say the name of the person's radio show because then people are going to think of me as a sympathizer of the alternative right. So it says nothing wrong with being sensitive, but to be honest, I think it's not about being sensitive. It's about being respectful, which you are not to women in this example, and you aren't to the art of magic as you've shown in the past. Fuck. That's a fucking... Yo, you fucking told him. You went in there and you reached into his asshole with a unlubricated hand and you said, hey, you're disrespectful. So that's strong. You're pathetic. That's true. That's a good one. Let's see this one. Oh snap, Jarapey in the house. Alex Rangel. That's hysterical. Just for the record, if you're attracted to somebody, tell them it's a good start. Maybe framing a card trick is socially awkward. I'm not a giant ball of charisma, and even not, I know that doing magic tricks to get a woman's number is weak. That's pretty funny. Motley Crue jammed a phone into a groupie's axe wound and then called her a mom. Yeah, that's the sort of rambunctious 1970s that was okay back then, right? Let me see. Oh, who's this? Hey, who's this guy right here? You like that? Oh, no, let me not do that. Okay. No, oh, okay. Oops. Yeah, that would have been great. Let me not do that. Okay, let's do this. Display capture. Let's turn that off for a second. Real quick before anything flashes here that I don't want to fucking flash. God fucking damn it. Okay, we're back. We're back. Thankfully. Alright. Jesus fucking Christ. That's what I love about doing this live, right? Things could happen that compromise your identity. So okay, Jarapey's in the house. So I said, hey, what is my comment calling you a bae keep disappearing like cake? I think that was quite a humorous comment, right? As a matter of fact, in this thread, oh no, it's not the one. This is the most liked one. So that's kind of fuck. Man can't even produce on its own. Listen, all right, I'm producing better than had I had Daniel here. Okay, so this is better production than had I had actual Daniel here helping me out. So fuck off. Let's see. Your happened magicians. You should try learning sometime. That's also pretty bad vernacular, I guess. So you really can't do that. You're the kettle calling the pot black. And in this case, the pot's really black. What did you call me? God fucking damn it, Daniel. You don't respect magic. You don't respect the art. You try to get magic to get views. You don't properly practice and learn and respect. Yada, yada, yada. Flash, flash, flash. Okay, so this guy kind of went on a... you said you were better than Chin Lim, Justin Miller, and Chris Ramsey. That's actually kind of funny that he said... I'm better than Justin Miller? Okay, that's kind of a weird comparison to make, don't you think? To say you're better than Justin Miller? Jesus, I could probably I could probably have a 4-hour video and just mention things that are better than Justin Miller. See? Okay. O'Brien, why are you the way that you are, honestly? Oh, Jabrizi. Okay. So Orbit says that. Homophobia as well as sexual assault. What a fucking rock star. So this is just going in there This guy's just gay right here. A misogynist and a homophobe. Show your true colors. Although he did this, I don't know if he erased the comments where he said, I think he called everyone here a bunch of faggots. So he erased those. So he erased those, which is kind of shitty. I thought he would stand by his words, but he erased those here. Your penguin seminar, you use one of Justin Miller's effects. He called you out on it and you never responded or apologized. How about you show some integrity? That's funny. The comment on his penguin live lecture, hilarious. First off, I don't know why penguin even had him. Rockstar. Okay, so yeah, so this is pretty atrocious. There you go. So see, so he deleted his comment because this one right here is still around. So this person left their comment. And he fucking he deleted his. So it's not YouTube. Although here's the thing: when I put my comment, I also used that particular word, and they deleted it. So it was deleted. So that's kind of a weird thing. Let's go back here. Let's go back here to main live. I apologize for that. I know that was a little bit of production value. That was random, right? That was a little bit of a random production value. I should definitely fix it before I do another stream. But you know what? That's the content you get here on the Pigcake channel. So you know, if you wanted production value, you should maybe consider fucking yourself. So let's go back here. Let's go back to this and see what happens here. Let's go back to the live chat. Okay, live, not top chat, live. Okay. Never go full Jabrizi. And this dude gives Daniel shit for producer. Okay, I already read that one. Let's see, Pigcake. I could come see you and teach you how to use a gun. Listen, if they've figured out how to use guns, I could definitely use a gun. See, right now I would do a zoom in. Right now I would do a zoom in because that was a racist remark. So that would have been called for one of these for me to do this. If they know how to use a gun, I definitely know how to use a gun. Did you see what I did there? Let's see. He deleted it. I screenshotted it though. Yeah, I took a screenshot as well. But he deleted it, which is kind of shitty because he put a live stream. Daniel, remember if we watched it, he did a live stream where he defended his use of that word. And he goes, I can use whatever words I want. I can use any word I want. I can use faggot if I wanted to. And he ended up deleting the comments. So it really doesn't stand by his words, does he? That Jabrizi. We offered him to be on the show. He did read one of your comments, Daniel, which was kind of funny. And I would have replied by saying, yeah, right, Daniel can't shoot for shit. First of all, you've never gone shooting with me, Daniel. And here's the thing. You also haven't shot a gun in probably as long as I have. So I don't understand where you come in with your authority after not having shot a gun for fucking ever. So what is it that where is the expertise? I don't understand where your imagined expertise is coming from. Race City racist. It's not real racist. It's fun racism. There's a racism that could be fun, and that's the one that I'm doing. Guns are good. Fuck liberals. That's a sort of rambunctious comment that I expect to see on this particular channel, even though the style of magic is a more liberal edge, cutting edge style of magic, right? That's the sort of comments that I would expect to see here. You can't teach badass. So all this shit that you give me, all right? When you say, hey, you probably couldn't even shoot a gun. You don't even know how to shoot a gun. Obviously not, because I've shot a gun maybe once, twice in my entire life, but you haven't shot a gun in years. So you're making it seem like you're about to go in there and, double fucking hand it. Like you're going to go in there like fucking Neo and you're going to shoot with both hands and hit all the fucking targets. I'm willing to bet that you, all right, with your infinite wisdom, you'll probably be on par with me shooting in terms of accuracy. You'd probably be on par with me. You'd probably shoot the same. You'd probably end up hitting the same targets that I do. I don't think it's going to be much different. So I don't know where you come in, and you're citing your badass as a as your what do you call this? Yeah, I know how to do it because even though I haven't shot a gun in probably 5 years, because I'm badass. That's my rebuttal there. Can you demonstrate a trick right now? My hands are kind of tied. My hands are kind of tied here, so I unfortunately cannot. He probably knows gun kata. I'd be careful, Mr. Cake. Gun kata. That sounds like some Steven Seagal shit. I've been watching some Steven Seagal videos recently, and he's the best. Steven Seagal is wonderful. If you have the opportunity to watch a video where Steven Seagal is in Russia and he's shaking Putin's hand, first of all, just look at how he shakes his hand. It's so fucking great. Everything he does is tremendous. Speaking of sexual assault, Steven Seagal is a hysterical individual. If you get a chance, he goes through a tour of like a Russia, like a place in Russia, and some guy hands him like a watermelon, and he's just holding it, and everyone's snapping pictures because he's like a big megastar over there, because of his movies from 1987 and 1988, and for some reason he still maintained the fame. But he's just the most hysterical person I've ever seen. If you watch interviews of Steven Seagal, oh boy, are you in for a good time. Let's see. I do it all the time. Jabrizi probably owns a Gucci print high point. A Gucci print high point. What the fuck is that? Is that like a type of gun there? Above the Law. Yeah, that's the movie. Fuck. Yeah, you got it, Bill. Above the Law. That's the other one. Under Siege. Right? It's tremendous. I love Steven Seagal movies. They make me happy. Right? Like every time I watch a Steven Seagal movie, it reminds me of like again, my grandfather. He was a big fan of those movies. So every time I watch that, I'm like, even though you have some nefarious contacts with females, Steven Seagal, and you offer to massage many of them against their will, watching the movies are just it's a good time. Under Siege, there you go. Name the movie he died in. I know that this was recent. This was like a movie that came out like 2018, I think, where he had a twin. I just watched the review on it, but he does. He had a twin in the movie, and one of his twins dies. I think I forgot what the name of that was. Name a trick that you know but will never do. Any card at any number. Any card at any number. No older. He was on a plane. No, man, I'm drawing a blank. Definitely drawing a blank on that one. But Steven Seagal, man, what a fucking hysterical guy. Him and Jean-Claude Van Damme kill me. The fact that Steven Seagal claimed that he taught Anderson Silva, one of the greatest fighters of all fucking time in mixed martial arts, not just UFC, in mixed martial arts as a whole, one of the best fighters, Anderson Silva, he said he taught him his front kick. And Anderson Silva, of course, not speaking English, goes, yes, Steven Seagal. So Steven Seagal says, yeah, look at him. He even says that I taught him his front kick. No, you fucking didn't. You didn't fucking teach him shit. So that's the stream, guys. That's the hot stream here. Is that Passenger 51, says Daniel. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't remember that one. If that's a movie. But thank you guys for watching, man. I'm going to do a ham radio tomorrow. So I think this was a hot one. A little nice 2-hour stream here. Tomorrow, look out for a ham radio. All right. But apart from that, make sure to always stay on. Let's see if this shows up on the fucking screen. Is that going to show up on the screen? No. Okay. Make sure to stay on the dark side. Make sure to stay on the dark side, Phil. I don't know how else to end this. I usually end this with like a quick little like conspiratorial thing. But I don't know if I should end this one on conspiratorial. Joe Biden likes little girls.